That is another plus point for Indian banking system. These things are there. That was the end I would like to say, but people were saying about the bank fraud and that kind of thing. We have to address that properly. Unless we ensure that kind of thing, we will be failing in our duty. The challenges we all know, sir, the regulatory mechanism. I would like to suggest that you have to examine whether our system is perfect or not in the light of new challenges, whether we should revamp our system of regulatory mechanism. These things I would like to say, sir. Towards the end, the student loan system. It's a cumbersome process, sir. I humbly happy the government to ensure a kind of speedy disposal of such cases.
Thank you.
In that case, government should take that also with seriousness.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Sri Sachidanandam, please.
Laws Amendment Bill 2024 seeks to amend the Banking Regulation Act 1949, the Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, the State Bank of India Act 1955, Banking Companies Acquisition and Transfer of Undertakings Act 1970 and 1980. On behalf of Communist Party of India Marxist, I propose some amendments to the amendments which our Finance Minister proposed. It seeks to increase the substantial interest from rupees 5 lakhs to rupees 2 crores. It is on the higher side compared to the price rise, and taking other things into consideration, it can best be increased to 50 lakhs. It seeks to amend the tenure of directors in cooperative banks from 8 years to 10 years. In our opinion, the increase in tenure will lead to vested interest. So instead of tenure could be reduced to 5 years. It seeks to amend the reporting dates. That is fine. The reporting dates can be amended. It seeks to amend the nomination rules. For a locker, instead of a single nominee or a joint nominee, it provides for 4 nominees, one after another. It is a welcome move. Another amendment with regard to transfer of dividends, shares, and interest or redemption of bonds to the investor of Investor Education and Protection Fund. We have to ensure that the claims after transfer are made hassle-free. Then it can be allowed, and the amount that it transferred must also be properly utilized to not only educate the banking clients, but also to prevent the cyber crimes, which are increasingly very alarming nowadays. And it is again seeking to amend the provision to provide discretion to public sector banks in the matter of remuneration of auditors. Again, this will create vested interest to the top management of public sector banks. This aspect need not be amended. It is continued in the present system. Thousands of employees in the public sector banks fear job insecurity due to privatization. This bill does little to address their concerns. Why is the government not prioritizing employment stability, especially in the time of rising unemployment? This bill is yet to another example of the government prioritizing privatization and corporate interests over welfare of the common people. It jeopardizes the stability of banking sector, compromises financial inclusion, and creates opportunities to misuse of the system. I urge the government to reconsider its approach and prioritize strengthening our public bank system. Let us not sacrifice the nation's financial sovereignty at the altar of privatization.
Thank you.
Thank
Please.
you. Thank you.
Sri Brem Chandar.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, sir, for providing me this opportunity to intervene in this debate. Sir, I've already given notices of amendments, more than 10 amendments. I will not speak at the time of moving amendments, so I may be provided with little bit bonus time. Sir, the Banking Laws Amendment Bill 2024 is against the basic principles of legislative process. At the time of introduction of the bill itself, I have made my opposition. Why? Because the distinct provisions of difference bill proposed to be amended are put together for attaining different aims and objects is not a fair legislative practice for which distinct and separate bills have to be brought in the House so as to make amendments. In this case, 5 legislations are to be amended. I'm not going to the details of that. If it is rightly, honorable member from the other side has said that it is consequential amendments. These are all not consequential amendments. What